021 The second mystery talent, the S-level talent, Lianyun. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Under the action of the Eye of Apocalypse, the information of these high school students is invisible. Sure enough, these high school students in Lianyun City, their beast fighting talents are basically between the F rank and the E rank. There are only a few students with the D rank beast fighting talent, and these students with D-level talent for beast fighting, in this group of students, vaguely become their center. What more can Bai Zian say about this? Hey, there is actually an S-level talent. Just as Bai Zian was about to withdraw his gaze, Bai Zian suddenly discovered a special talent. It was a female student in an old school uniform, sitting in the last seat of the carriage, silent the whole time, not communicating with her classmates, looking a little withdrawn. However, this woman's talent is a little special, talent for luck convergence. S-level mystery talent, which can be accumulated to a certain scale by converging the good fortune of others, and then used at one time. It's actually an S-level talent, and it's just like me, it's also a mystery talent, and it's even related to luck. The potential of this female student seems a bit amazing. Bai Zian's eyes suddenly lit up. To be honest, this is the second S-rank talent Bai Zian has seen. The last time was the little phoenix Feng Qianyu. Of course, Bai Zian's own S-level talent doesn't count. This can see the preciousness of S-level talent. It can be said that this can already be called a genius among geniuses. On the other hand, this woman's talent is still a mystery talent, in Bai Zian's view. This is more precious than S-level talent, because Bai Zian's Eye of Apocalypse is a mysterious talent. From this relationship alone, you can see the special nature of the mysterious talent. The most important point is that this female student's talent for fighting beasts is actually related to luck. This is even more amazing. Luck together, you can't see it, you can't touch it. However, as long as it is related to luck, it is a very special talent. As a result, I didn't expect that among these high school students in Lianyun City, someone could have such an amazing talent. In Bai Zian's opinion, if this beast master talent is used properly, it can even exert its power beyond the S-rank talent. Maybe, it can be comparable to SS-level talent. It can be said that the aptitude of this female student is also very amazing, far exceeding the so-called genius beast master. For this reason, Bai Zian immediately became interested in this female student. However, looking at the situation of this female student, it seems that it is not particularly good. The classmates around her seem to be alienating her intentionally or unintentionally. Moreover, under normal circumstances, awakening an S-level talent will surely disturb the surrounding cities, and even the entire mysterious world of 10,000 spider nests. Normally, it is impossible for Bai Zian not to know. If nothing else, if Bai Zian's grandfather, Bai Jingchong, knew that such a genius appeared in the small town attached to Bilan City, then, he will definitely take it to Bilan City as soon as possible and cultivate it well, instead of letting her continue to grow savagely in Mine Rock City like she is now. It seems that there are some secrets behind this matter. In this regard, Bai Zian is slightly more interested. Brother, where did you come from? How did you go to Candlelight Market alone? Yes, the field is so dangerous. Although there is a 1,000-blade centipede train to protect you, are you not afraid to ride alone? That just when Bai Zian was thinking about this, a female high school student couldn't help but spoke to Bai Zian. This is inevitable. Bai Zian's situation is indeed too special, and he rides the 1,000-blade centipede train alone. Even if they are high school students, they still need a teacher to lead the team. The most important point is that Bai Zian's appearance is so handsome that they can't help but chat. If nothing else, if you can become friends with Bai Zian, or even go further, to get Bai Zian's contact information, it will be even better. For this reason, they mustered up the courage and couldn't help but accosted Bai Zian. In this regard, Bai Zian just rolled his eyes. Is this a conversation? It's obviously a conversation. Unexpectedly, he was actually approached by a group of female high school students. Of course, Bai Zian will definitely not give his contact information to these female high school students. However, Bai Zian did not refuse the opportunity to communicate, but talk to them. It just so happened that he could take this opportunity to learn a little about that S-rank talented female student. For a time, these female high school students were all around Bai Zian, chatting with Bai Zian, and the male classmates who accompanied them were all ignored by them. This made these male students look at Bai Zian with resentment on their faces. Bai Zian didn't know whether to laugh or cry, but he ignored them. Qiaogubai, This name sounds really nice. Soon, Bai Zian got the name of the schoolgirl with a special talent. However, Bai Zian did not continue to ask, because there are too many questions, it is too easy to reveal his intentions. At the same time, the thousand-blade centipede train also slowly arrived at Candlelight City. Bai Zian left the train station under the regretful eyes of the high school girls. Sister Bai Xiao, come out, I have something to look for you. When there was a no man's land, Bai Zian opened his mouth and shouted. A second later, a slender woman with long purple hair with outstanding temperament appeared in front of Bai Zian. This is Bai Zian's other guardian, the golden beast master Bai Xiao. If Bai Ji is an ice beauty with a cold temperament, then Bai Xiao is another type. She has a bright temperament and has a special heroic spirit, just like a heroic female general. Xiaoan, what can you do to me? Bai Xiao came to Bai Zian and asked Bai Zian with a smile. However, unlike Bai Ji, who is straightforward, Bai Xiao is more cheerful. Moreover, Bai Xiao did not meet Bai Zian, and just like family members, he directly addressed Bai Zian as Xiaoan. Of course, Bai Zian doesn't mind. Sister Bai Xiao, you help me find a person whose name is Qiaogubai, a student of Qian Royal Beast High School in Qian City. This person is a bit special. I want her details. Bai Zian spoke quickly, stating his purpose. The reason why he summoned Bai Xiao was to investigate the S-level mysterious female student. It is not difficult for Bai Zian to investigate background sources and other matters. After all, the Bai family behind him is the first family in Balan City. What's more, Mine Rock City is a subsidiary city of Balan City, with the energy of the Bai family. It is not too simple to investigate a student. Asterisk. 022 The magical skill of the water spirit beast, the first battle of the white scale fish. For coll. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yes. Bai Xiao nodded, and did not ask Bai Zian why he was investigating the female student. Immediately, Bai Xiao disappeared directly in front of Bai Zian to complete what Bai Zian explained. The next thing, Bai Zian does not need to pay attention to. When the results come out, Bai Xiao will naturally send Qiaogubai's information to Bai Zian. After the explanation was over, Bai Zian went directly to the north gate of Candlelight City, according to the information of Candlelight City obtained. Bai Zian, the small volcano where Candlelight Spider lives is just north of Candlelight City. You only need to walk out of the north gate of Candlelight City to see the situation of the small volcano. Soon, Bai Zian came before the small volcano. At the same time, beside Bai Zian, there was a simple and honest-looking middle-aged man who looked at Bai Zian with respect. This is one of the security personnel arranged by the Bai family to Bai Zian. In fact, Bai Zian went out this time and secretly protected Bai Zian, but it was not only Bai Ji and Bai Xiao. In addition to Bai Ji Bai Xiao, there is also a team called the Huan team. There are 10 people on this team, who are responsible for all kinds of chores, including the connection between Bai Zian and the Bai family, as well as the transportation of various resources, etc. Just like just now, Bai Zian instructed Bai Xiao to investigate the matter of Qiaogubai. It is impossible for Bai Xiao to do such trivial matters by herself, because Bai Xiao's priority is to protect Bai Zian's safety. Even if the sky collapsed, she would not be able to leave Bai Zian's side. Therefore, after Bai Xiao gets Bai Zian's order, he will pass the order to the security team, and let the security team investigate the information of Qiaogubai. This is the real process. In normal times, the security team is also hidden in the dark, almost never appearing in front of Bai Zian. As for this time, why did the members of the security team appear beside Bai Zian? That's because the situation of the Candle Volcano is slightly special. Candlelight City surrounded Candle Volcano and set up a checkpoint. To enter Candle Volcano, you must register and buy tickets in advance. On the one hand, Candlelight Market can use this to increase revenue. On the other hand, they can also monitor the Beastmasters entering and exiting the Candle Volcano to avoid bad things. In this regard, Bai Zian was very speechless. In this way, he can't enter the Candle Volcano quietly, because if you want to enter the Candle Volcano, you need a Beastmaster to prove it. If there is no proof, then someone needs to make a guarantee, and there will be a Beastmaster accompanying. He just contracted the first beast, and he didn't even go to high school. Where did the Beastmaster prove it? In desperation, he could only get in by asking a member of the security team as a guarantee. As for why not let Bai Ji and Bai Xiao guarantee, the images of the two are too special. If they are allowed to come out, there may be some disturbances. After a while, Bai Zian finally managed to enter the candle volcano. As soon as he entered the boundary of the candle volcano, Bai Zian could feel that the temperature around him was much higher. From a distance, you can vaguely see the hot air coming from the top of the volcano. Bai Zian didn't pay much attention to this, but started to look for it. Soon, Bai Zian found a candle flame spider. This is a brownish-gray spider, about the size of a football, with a small candle-like organ on its back and a small flame on it, which looks very strange. At the same time, under the action of the Eye of Apocalypse, the information of the candle flame spider appeared in front of Bai Zian. Race, candle fire spider, fire, boundary, 5th order, not entering the stream, talent, candlelight, F, qualification, elementary black iron, skill, Wei candle, white, well, the strength of the candle flame spider is indeed a little weak. Of course, this so-called weakness is only for the Beastmaster. If ordinary humans are here, they may not be able to cope. After all, the skill of the candle flame spider can also cause a lot of damage to ordinary people. However, for the current Bai Zian, this is a good opponent. Thinking of this, Bai Zian waved his hand and directly summoned the white-scaled fish in the mythical beast space. Following Bai Zian's call, a white light appeared, turning into a small silver-white fish with purple-gold eyes. White scale fish appeared. Race, white scale fish, water type, boundary, 3rd order, not entering the flow, talent, royal speed, S, power of Een and Nether, S, water rupture, A, qualification, intermediate king, skills. Waterproof speed, purple, water erosion, purple, water rupture, blue, water gun impact, green, foam layer, green. After the birth of the white-scaled fish, after a period of growth, it already has the strength of the 3rd order, although it looks weaker than the candle fire spider. Considering the particularity of the white-scale fish, it should be able to deal with the candle fire spider. At the same time, when the white-scaled fish was summoned, a bubble quickly condensed, wrapped directly around the body of the white-scaled fish, and floated in mid-air. This is the skill of the white-scale fish, foam layer, bubble layer, a green primary skill that can summon a bubble to slightly enhance the defense ability. Yes, the foam layer is a defensive type skill, and also a primary skill. Under normal circumstances, such a skill is not a big deal, but it is very popular among water-based beastmasters. Because this skill has the property of foam, it can float in mid-air. Therefore, water-type beastmasters will use this attribute to let their water-type pet beasts enter the bubble and float in mid-air, so as to fight on land. Of course, if the spirit beast is too heavy, the foam layer will not be able to support it, and it will burst directly. It can only be said that this is an exclusive skill belonging to the low-level water-type spirit beasts, but for low-level water-type spirit beasts, this can already be called a magical skill. Bai Zian's white-scaled fish also uses this ability. This is also one of the reasons why Bai Zian dared to come to the candle volcano. If not, how could he bring the white-scaled fish that move in the water to the volcanic area? Hiss. When the candlelight spider saw the white-scaled fish, he panicked and roared in a bluff. Instinct tells it that this is a dangerous guy. In this regard, the white-scale fish's eyes turned cold, and he became angry, as if he had been insulted. A candle flame spider actually dared to provoke it. Don't be angry, white-scaled fish, this is the best place for you to exercise and get familiar with your skills. Bai Zian opened his mouth and comforted the white-scale fish. Then, under Bai Zian's order, the white-scale fish started to attack. Water gun impact. The white-scaled fish swung its body, and a little light appeared around the fish body. An arm-sized water column appeared and shot at the candle flame spider instantly. Boom! The water gun instantly hit the candle flame spider. The candlelight spider exploded directly, turning into a fragment of the ground. Asterisk. 023 The white-scaled fish crosses 3 levels in a row, the division of proficiency. For collectio. You are listening at novelfull.audio. With one move, the white-scaled fish directly kills the candle flame spider. Bai Zian was a little surprised by this. The 5th-order candle flame spider couldn't even hold a 3rd-order white-scaled fish. The real combat power of the white-scaled fish seems to be very powerful. However, what surprised Bai Zian even more was the effect of the skills used by the white-scaled fish. Under normal circumstances, the power of the water gun is at most to pierce the head of the candle fire spider. leaving a hole. As a result, now, the candlelight spider exploded directly like ignited explosives, shattering its bones. This does not appear to be the effect of a water gun, but on second thought, Bai Zian understood, this is the effect of the A-level talent, break of water, of the white-scaled fish, water rupture. It can add the effect of rupture impact to attack-type water-based skills. Only then did the candlefire spider explode into pieces. I have to say that this talent seems to have an unexpected effect on attacking water skills. That's a nice find. However, in this way, I need to find a stronger candle flame spider. Only higher strength spirit beasts can put some pressure on the white-scaled fish. Bai Zian murmured in his heart, thinking about this question. The main purpose of his visit to Candlefire this time was to train the white-scaled fish. If it is a one-shot kill, then what is the training effect for the white-scaled fish? Therefore, Bai Zian needs to find a stronger candlelight spider as an opponent, in order to bring some growth pressure to the white-scale fish. On the other hand, Bai Zian also intends to take this opportunity to hone his skills a little bit. Bai Zian's white-scaled fish is very special, with 5 skills at birth. These skills need to be practiced one by one before they can be mastered. On the other hand, the skills of spirit beasts cannot be used. The same skill, in the hands of different spirit beasts, will also use different effects and powers, just like a rookie swordsman and a world-famous swordsman. The same slash and slash, the effect is completely different. The rookie swordsman may cut even a single piece of grass. However, the world-famous sword god can split a mountain with one move. This is skill proficiency. The development of the world of beasts has been going on for many years, and the situation of skill proficiency has also been studied in great detail. According to different levels, skill proficiency is divided into 5 stages, that is, the first glimpse of the door and the room, the integration, the perfection, and the pinnacle. Of course, this is the old saying. Later, in order to popularize it, it was simplified to beginner, proficiency, small completion, great completion, and consummation. One of the goals of Bai Zian's training is to exercise the skills of the white-scaled fish and make it fully mastered. Thinking of this, Bai Zian has already made up his mind. Thinking of this, Bai Zian took the white-scale fish to the deeper area of Candle Volcano and started a new round of hunting trip. Time flies, and a week goes by in a blink of an eye. When Bai Zian reappeared, the clothes on Bai Zian's body seemed to be a little messy, not as clean as the beginning. Because this week, Bai Zian did not leave Candle Fire and has been hunting Candle Fire spiders here. After a week of fighting, the strength of the white-scaled fish has undergone earth-shaking changes. Race, white-scale fish, water type, boundary, 6th order, not entering the stream, talent, royal speed, S, power of Een and Nether, S, water rupture, A, qualification, intermediate king, skills, waterproof speed, purple beginner, water erosion, purple, beginner, water burst, blue skilled, water gun impact, green xiaocheng, foam layer, green xiaocheng. In just 7 days, the level of the white-scaled fish has never entered the 3rd rank, and has been raised to the 6th rank. The whole process spans 3 levels. If those high school students in Mine Rock City who had met before knew about it, they would definitely be shocked to the point of being speechless, because it took them a whole year to raise their pet beasts to the 5th or 6th rank. However, it only took Bai Zian a week to bring the white-scale fish to this level. The difference here is simply unimaginable for them. However, it is normal for white-scale fish to grow like this. On the one hand, there is a huge gap between the qualifications of ordinary spirit beasts and white-scaled fish. After all, the white-scaled fish is a spiritual beast with the potential of a king. In terms of growth, there is a huge advantage. On the other hand, Bai Zian's mythical beast controlling space has the side effect of promoting the growth of pets and reducing the growth time of pets. The most important point is that it is still the time for the rapid growth of white-scale fish. After the birth of the spirit beast cub, there is a period of rapid growth and development. Because of the survival rules in the wasteland, if you don't have enough strength, you can't survive. Therefore, many spirit beasts or animals will have such an instinct. This is the same with humans. When a human baby is just born, it is only a very small one, but 2 or 3 years are enough for a human baby to grow to a certain height. Even walking and running, it can be said that this is the law of nature. The growth period of the white-scale fish has not ended until now, and it is still in the cub stage of the spirit beast. According to Bai Zian's conjecture, it is estimated that the development period will not end until the white scale fish is promoted to the black iron level. At that time, the white scale fish will enter a long growth period. On the other hand, the Bai family is rich in resources, and Bai Zian has never owed white scale fish in terms of food. The food that the white-scaled fish usually eats is all made from the meat of the most suitable spiritual beasts for the white-scaled fish. Even if Bai Zian is in the depths of the Candle volcano, the security team will deliver the food of the white-scale fish to Bai Zian at a fixed time. After all, the purpose of Bai Zian's training was only to train the white-scaled fish, not to abuse the white-scaled fish. The better the growth of the white-scaled fish, the greater the benefit to Bai Zian in the future. The Bai family also knows this truth. Therefore, in this matter, Bai Jingchong did not interfere, but acquiesced to the security team's regular delivery of white-scale fish food. Because of this reason, the white-scaled fish directly crossed 3 levels in just 1 week. This is a small gain for Bai Zian, though. He has an even bigger catch. That is the result of the white-scaled fish's training of skills. Asterisk 024 An alternative application of Eye of Apocalypse, the worship of white-scaled fish. For collec. You are listening at novelfull.audio. During this period of time, the control of the skills of the white-scaled fish has greatly increased, especially the 2 skills water gun impact and foam layer. These 2 green skills, the white-scaled fish has mastered it to the point of small success. The proficiency of Xiaoqing level is the point of mastery. For ordinary beast masters, it is impossible to do this without honing a skill for the past year. However, Bai Zian's white-scaled fish has now done just that. Such an achievement is truly astonishing. This shows how amazing the talent of the white-scaled fish is. However, the most important reason why the white-scaled fish has such a harvest is still Bai Zian. To be precise, this is the credit of the Eye of Apocalypse. Once, Bai Zian happened to use the Eye of Apocalypse talent when white-scaled fish was using his skills. At that time, Bai Zian gets a new Tiandao prompt. You are studying the method of white-scale fish to exercise the water gun impact skill, and obtain the enlightenment of heaven. Error point. When the white-scaled fish uses the water gun to impact, the energy of the water system is scattered and cannot be concentrated on one point, which reduces the power of the water gun. Correct method. The energy of the water system can be concentrated at one point and then attacked, which can effectively increase the effect of the impact of the water gun. Yes, Eye of Apocalypse can see through the white-scaled fish and use the skills wrong. What's more, Eye of Apocalypse can directly give the solution. For this reason, with the help of Bai Zian, the white-scale fish's water gun impact skills can be improved to the realm of small success. In the same way, the situation of the foam layer skill is roughly the same. Under the guidance of Bai Zian, white-scale fish successfully raised the proficiency of the foam layer skill to a level of achievement. This is a huge gain for Bai Zian. He didn't expect that Eye of Apocalypse still has such a usage. It is used to assist the training of spirit beast skills to improve skill proficiency. Moreover, along with the proficiency of water gun impact and foam layer, it has been raised to the realm of small success. The power of these 2 skills has also increased a lot. It was like a foam layer skill, which originally only lasted 5 minutes. However, after the proficiency of the foam layer skill has been increased to the realm of small success, not only the defense ability has been enhanced, but it can even remain unbroken for 15 minutes. This is a very significant increase. Lingling.boss, where are we going next? The white-scaled fish wrapped in bubbles floated in front of Bai Zian and looked at Bai Zian with respect. In the purple gold fish eyes, there seems to be a golden light. Bling bling. Well, this is a side effect of Bai Zian's instructing the white-scale fish. Since Bai Zian used the Eye of Apocalypse, he saw through the mistakes of the white-scale fish's skills, and corrected it. The white-scaled fish was instantly shocked. It found that Bai Zian seemed to be omnipotent. As long as it is taught by Bai Zian, its skills can be advanced by leaps and bounds. Not only the mastery level is increased, but the power also becomes more powerful. Because of this reason, Bai Zian's favorability for Bai Zian skyrocketed in an instant, and Bai Zian was almost regarded as an idol. In this regard, Bai Zian was a little dumbfounded. He didn't expect that after guiding the white-scaled fish to exercise skills, there would be such an effect. If there is data showing loyalty, so now, Bai Zian's Loyalty to Bai Zian must be the highest value of 100, this made Bai Zian a little unexpected, of course, this is a good result, and Bai Zian will not refuse. In fact, to be honest, Bai Zian also encountered some troubles when training white scale fish before. Although it is said that the white scale fish was hatched by him, he has a very high tacit understanding with Bai Zian. However, the white-scaled fish was born extraordinary, and was born as a spirit beast with the potential of a king, and was very arrogant. Before, the candlelight spider just roared at its bravado, the white-scaled fish was instantly furious, and wanted to tear the candle fire spider to pieces directly. It can be said that Bai Zian's white-scaled fish is a proud type. It was much more arrogant than that little phoenix of Feng Qinyu. Therefore, even if the white-scale fish is naturally close to Bai Zian, it is not particularly easy to control. Sometimes, the white-scaled fish will act on their own, and without Bai Zian's order, they will attack some passing wild beasts. This is quite a hassle. It is estimated that it will take Bai Zian some time to completely tame the white-scale fish. However, since Bai Zian showed his ability to guide training, Bai Zian's attitude towards Bai Zian has undergone a 180-degree change. Now Bai Zian has completely become the idol of the white-scale fish. Facing Bai Zian's command, white-scale fish didn't even hesitate. Bai Zian points to the east, and the white-scale fish will never hit the west. This is the biggest gain that Bai Zian has achieved during this period of time. The only pity is that the proficiency of the two skills water speed and nether water erosion cannot be improved too much for the time being. Bai Zian sighed in his heart. In fact, Bai Zian wants to improve the two skills of water holding speed and water erosion, because these two skills are purple skills, that is, advanced skills. The purple level skill, Bai Zian has only seen it once after opening the Eye of Apocalypse talent, that is the water burst skill that his grandfather's red-eyed golden fish possesses. Because this was originally an amethyst-level spirit beast, it was possible to master the skills. The reason why the white-scaled fish has purple skills is because of its two special S-level talents. Bai Zian can be sure that these two skills will be able to explode with amazing power. In fact, it is, Bai Zian once let the white-scale fish use the purple skills water speed and nether water erosion. That power is really amazing. However, the white-scaled fish just used it once, and it immediately fell into a state of disengagement. It took a long time for this to recover. To put it bluntly, these two skills are very high level, and the consumption is huge, not the current white-scaled fish, which can be supported. Because of this reason, Bai Zian did not let the white-scale fish train these two special skills. However, this special skill with high burst and high consumption can be used as the trump card of white-scaled fish. It's all a good choice. Here are all Bai Zian's takeaways this week. P.S. I was busy writing the ending of the old book a few days ago, and the update was a little slower. Now that the old book has been processed, the next update will start, starting with 5 chapters a day. Please support me. Asterisk 025 Kill the black iron candle flame spider and prepare the materials for evolution. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Hiss. Just as Bai Zian was sorting out this week's harvest, a roar appeared in front of Bai Zian. It was a candle flame spider. Different from the previous candlelight spider, this candlelight spider is larger in size, about the size of a calf. Race, candle fire spider, fire, dot, realm, primary black iron, talent, candlelight, F, dot, qualification, elementary black iron, skills, Wei candle, white, hot spider silk, white. This is an adult candle flame spider, which has grown up completely and possesses the strength of primary black iron. If it appears in the outside world, it is estimated that it will cause some waves. After all, black iron-level spirit beasts can already cause a lot of trouble. However, Bai Zian looked calm and directly commanded the white-scaled fish to fight. The water flow breaks. Following Bai Zian's order, the white-scaled fish in the foam layer instantly launched a terrifying attack. A water column the size of a bucket burst out directly and slammed into the candle flame spider. Boom! With a sound, the candle flame spider was instantly shattered. The black iron class candle flame spider couldn't resist even a single move in front of the white-scaled fish. This kind of combat power seems a bit amazing. However, in the face of the black iron candle flame spider killed by the white-scaled fish, Bai Zian's expression was calm, without the slightest disturbance. Because such a scene is not the first time it has appeared, to be honest, in front of these Fire-type candle flame spiders, the water-type white-scaled fish has a huge advantage. In addition, the skills used by the white-scaled fish are still blue-level skills, that is, the intermediate skills, water flow rupture. It is normal to have this effect, of course. The most important reason is that the white-scale fish is very powerful. Leapfrog battle is a very common thing for white-scale fish. Having said that, I have to talk about the true combat power of the white-scaled fish. To be honest, the real combat power of the white-scaled fish is very powerful. Bai Zian once tested, the white-scaled fish is fully output, and it can destroy the candle flame spider of the intermediate black iron. Of course, the white-scaled fish can't deal with the candle flame spider of the intermediate black iron, and it is impossible to kill it in one move, and it needs to fight for a while. However, just a white-scaled fish that is not in the 6th rank, it can destroy the candle flame spider of the intermediate black iron. This is already amazing. Of course, this is only for dealing with fire-type spirit beasts, and the white-scaled fish has a natural advantage. If you deal with other spirit beasts, you may only be able to destroy the low-level black iron spirit beasts. This is the true combat power of the white-scaled fish. According to the current speed, it should take another week or so to raise the white-scale fish to the 9th rank. It's time for the family to prepare the evolutionary materials for the white-scaled fish. After sorting out the growth of the white-scale fish this week, Bai Zian thought about the next thing. According to the growth rate of the white-scaled fish, it is estimated that it will soon reach the 9th order of inflow. At that time, the white-scale fish can hit the black iron level and try to evolve for the first time. All these evolutionary resources must be prepared in advance. Sister Baiji, help me contact my family. Thinking of this, Bai Zian spoke directly and summoned the guardian Bai Xiao. Yes, Master Zian. The ice beauty Bai Ji appeared beside Bai Zian in an instant, with a silver-white snail in her hand. This is the contact tool of the world of beasts, a kind of snail spirit beast with remote connection, which is called a telephone snail. No matter how many times I've watched it, I still think that this is the phone bug in one piece. Bai Zian was unable to complain in his heart, because this thing is too much like a phone bug, except that there is no way to be like a phone bug. It can imitate the appearance of the opposite phone when using it. In other respects, there is basically no difference. It's Xiaowen, how has your experience been during this time? That the call was connected, and Bai Jingchong's voice came from the phone snail. It's a little different from being at home. Grandpa is doing well recently. Bai Zian said with a smile, greeting Grandpa. After a while, Bai Zian got down to business. Grandpa, I need something, you help me prepare it, including the heart of the white shadow water whale. Bai Zian spoke quickly, saying what he needed. Wait, Xiaowen, this is evolution material. Are you planning to let the white-scaled fish take another evolutionary path? Xiaowen, you must not be stupid. Grandpa won't promise you such a thing. Bai Jingchong also reacted and asked Bai Zian suspiciously. These materials mentioned by Bai Zian seem to be used by evolution. However, this is definitely not the evolution chain of the red-eyed golden fish. Could it be that Bai Zian did not intend for the white-scaled fish to evolve into a red-eyed golden-striped fish, but to evolve into another form? To be honest, it's a very risky thing to do. A mature evolutionary chain needs to be summed up through generations of practice before it can be obtained. It is for this reason that the major families and special teachings are able to achieve today's achievements, because they rely on the evolution chain in their hands to gather a large number of talents. It can be said that the secret of the evolution chain is the trump card and background of each force. The Bai family has an evolution chain, which can ensure that the white-scale fish evolves smoothly to the diamond level. This is already a strong evolutionary chain. If Bai Zian rashly changes, there may be unexpected results. If the evolution of the white-scaled fish goes wrong, it may stop at the black iron or bronze level. This is something that Bai Jingchong does not allow. For this reason, after hearing Bai Zian's words, Bai Jingchong's first reaction was to object. He didn't want Bai Zian to fail his practice because he was too reckless. Grandpa, there is a special reason why I have such thoughts. When I went to the treasure house before, I saw the heart of that white-shadowed water whale. At that time, I had an intuition that the heart of a white shadow whale is very suitable for a white-scale fish. Bai Zian looked very calm and said to the snail on the phone. Bai Jingchong's objection is something that Bai Zian has known for a long time. after all, as long as anyone who has taken a course on Beast Masters will know the preciousness of the evolutionary chain. It's really dangerous to take an unprecedented path and try a new evolution. This is common sense in the world of beasts. However, this law does not apply at all to Bai Zian. Because Bai Zian is a man who is open, possessing the mythical talent, Eye of Apocalypse. Bai Zian can obtain hints of heaven, and obtain all evolution chains of a creature. It can be said that this is where Bai Zian's real trump card lies. Asterisk. 026 Broom Star Qiaogubai, white-scaled fish is promoted to the 8th rank. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The effect of the mythical talent, Eye of Apocalypse, is amazing, and even the evolution chain of spirit beasts cannot hide from his eyes. At the beginning, Bai Zian studied the evolution chain of the white-scaled fish and obtained all the evolutionary methods of the white-scaled fish in an instant. In other words, the evolution chain of various spirit beasts has no secrets in front of Bai Zian. This is the horror of the mythical talent, Eye of Apocalypse. To be honest, if Bai Zian casually releases several evolutionary chains, it is estimated that he can exchange for unimaginable wealth. This is the biggest gain that Bai Zian has obtained after obtaining the mythical talent, Eye of Apocalypse. Of course, Bai Zian would never do such a thing. There is not enough strength, but he has a heavy treasure in his arms. This is the greatest original sin. As long as he releases a few evolutionary chains in exchange for some wealth, then in the next moment, countless forces will stare at him, causing countless troubles to him and his family. How could Bai Zian do such a thing? What's more, Bai Zian is not an ordinary person. As the third generation of the Bai family, he can use the resources of the Bai family. These resources are enough for Bai Zian to use for a while. Therefore, Bai Zian will not ask for trouble. That's what Bai Zian thinks. As for how to persuade Bai Jingchong, it was even simpler. As long as Bai Jingchong asks, it will be directly pushed to the mutation talent, super intuition. After all, he is a person who has the mutant talent, super intuition, so he can get some special premonitions, which is also a normal thing. It turns out that, well, the evolutionary resources you need will be prepared at home in advance. However, this matter is too important to be taken seriously. Grandpa wants you to think about it for a while, and don't rashly evolve. Sure enough, Bai Jingchong's thoughts began to change, became hesitant, less strongly opposed to it at first. In this regard, Bai Zian just repeatedly said yes, saying that he would seriously consider it. Of course, this is just perfunctory by Jingchong. Bai Zian has long considered the evolution chain of the white-scaled fish, 9 times of evolution, from fish to kunpeng. This is Bai Zian's pursuit. Don't say much about this. After a while, Bai Zian ended the call, summoned Baizhi, and handed the phone snail to Baizhi. Master Zian, the information about the female student you were investigating before has now been collected. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Baizhi quickly said to Bai Zian, it took a week for the security team to finally collect Qiaogubai's information. Here, let me take a look. Bai Zian nodded slightly, took the information from Baizhi, and began to understand. As expected, that talent brought her not good luck, but bad things. Bai Zian glanced at it and let out a sigh. Qiaogubai's information is actually very simple, that is, misery, the death of both parents, no elders, and even debts, all fell to her. The reason for this is related to her talent. Because her talent is related to luck, she will capture the luck of those around her and gather it on herself. Therefore, everyone around her will gradually suffer bad luck. I have to say, this talent is really amazing. However, Qiaogubai is very strong. Even if he encounters so many things, he still perseveres, and even silently bears the debt left by his parents. Such qualities are quite good. At least, if Bai Zian recruits her, he doesn't need to worry about her betrayal. Of course, Bai Zian had already guessed about these things. Bai Zian is more concerned about 2 other things. First, whether Qiaogubai's life experience is innocent. After all, if Qiaogubai had a special origin, Bai Zian would not dare to use her. Second, she awakened her S-level talent. Why didn't she report to Belan City? This is a question that Bai Zian is more curious about. Soon, Bai Zian got the answer. In terms of life experience, there is nothing wrong with Qiaogubai. The above generations are residents of Lianyun City, and there is no bad record. As for the question of talent, combine the content of the intelligence and the information calculated by Bai Zian using the Eye of Apocalypse. Bai Zian quickly got the answer. On the day of the awakening, Qiaogubai was the last student to appraise the talent. After the appraisal machine broke down. It's interesting. I didn't expect her talent to be able to affect even items. Bai Zian thoughtfully and slowly said a sentence. The identification machine can only identify the beast fighting talent below S rank, and it cannot identify her situation at all. In addition, her talent affects the result of the appraisal, resulting in being identified as an F-level talent. This should be the truth of the matter. In this regard, Bai Zian was a little powerless to complain. He didn't expect that the thing that was identified as the wrong talent would appear on a second person. In addition to him, it can only be said that the effect of her talent is really amazing. However, after learning about these things, Bai Zian has already made up his mind. Sister Baiji, do something for me. Let someone go to Lianyun city to solve Qiaogubai's troubles and transfer her to Belan city. Bai Zian summoned the ice beauty Baiji again and handed over the matter of Qiaogubai to her. Yes, Master Zian. Baiji bowed to Bai Zian, then disappeared on the spot, and went down to convey Bai Zian's order. This thing is here, even if it comes to an end. For the next thing, Bai Zian doesn't need to intervene. Because the subordinates will take care of these things. Thinking of this, Bai Zian temporarily put aside this matter and prepared to continue training the white scale fish. For a time, Bai Zian acted again. Time flies by. When Bai Zian reappeared, Bai Zian had already come to the half mountain of Candle Volcano. This is already the center of Candle Volcano. In these areas, black iron candle spiders have become very common. However, Bai Zian was not afraid at all, because of the strength of the white-scaled fish. In this week, there has been a lot of growth. Race, white-scale fish, water type, boundary, 8th order, not entering the stream, talent, royal speed, S, power of Een and Nether, S, water rupture, A, qualification, intermediate king, skills, waterproof speed, purple introduction, water erosion, purple introduction, water burst, blue Xiaocheng, water gun impact, green Xiaocheng, foam layer, green Shang. Bai Zian used the Eye of Apocalypse to check the situation of the white-scaled fish. Asterisk 027 Meet Qiaogubai again, Bai Zian's test. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yes, the level of the white-scaled fish has been raised to the 8th level, although it was still a little short of the 9th level expected by Bai Zian. However, according to Bai Zian's expectations, as long as the white-scaled fish is given a fierce battle, the white-scaled fish should be able to be promoted to the 9th order. However, what makes Bai Zian even more happy is that the proficiency of the foam layer skill has been improved to the realm of achievement. This is an astonishing improvement, because the later the skill proficiency is, the slower the improvement speed is. For a skill, it may only take a few months or a year to improve from the beginning to the level of small success. However, it may take several years to improve from small to large. The time cost of this process is directly increased several times. Therefore, during this week, Bai Zian did not let the white-scale fish exercise the foam layer at all. Instead, let the white-scaled fish focus on the training of the current breaking skill. After all, this is a blue skill. If you master it, you can greatly improve the fighting power of the white-scaled fish. For this reason, the ability to break water flow was promoted to the realm of small success by Bai Zian. However, Bai Zian didn't expect that the foam layer skills would actually be great. The reason for this is most likely that the white-scale fish is inconvenient to move in the volcanic zone and needs to use the foam layer all the time. After using it again and again, the white-scaled fish has a deep understanding of the foam layer skills, and this is the scene in front of him. It was a pleasant surprise. A little farther, the most important thing in front of me is to promote the white-scale fish to the 9th order. This is the most important. If the white-scale fish wants to advance, it must be a fierce battle. However, for the current white-scale fish, if you want to feel the pressure, you may need a top black iron opponent. It seems that I want to find a top-level black iron candle flame spider leader. Bai Zian murmured, thinking about the situation in front of him. The top black iron candle flame spider. this is already the growth limit of the candle flame spider. This level of candle flame spiders can already gather a group of clansmen and set up a small spider nest, therefore, this is also called the head of the candle flame spider. To be honest, this is the last thing the beastmasters who are adventuring in the candle volcano do not want to encounter, although it is only a small spider nest. There are at least a dozen candlelight spiders, more than a dozen candle flame spiders attacked at the same time, launching a steady stream of attacks, with almost no time to breathe. For a low-level beastmaster, it was a nightmare. As for Bai Zian, why he focused on the head of the candle flame spider is naturally related to the white-scaled fish. No way, the real combat power of the white-scaled fish is really amazing. Although the white-scaled fish has not been promoted to the 9th rank, only the 8th rank is not in the stream. However, the strength of the white-scaled fish has grown to an astonishing level. Once before, Bai Zian met a high-grade black iron candle flame spider, but in front of the white-scaled fish, the high-grade black iron candle flame spider couldn't even block the white-scaled fish. A blowout, the candle flame spider of high-grade black iron was instantly killed. In this regard, Bai Zian is both happy and helpless. Therefore, Bai Zian can only look for higher-level candlelight spiders. Otherwise, the white-scaled fish would not be able to feel the pressure at all. In fact, Bai Zian has always felt that the top black iron candle flame spider may not be able to bring pressure to the white-scale fish. After all, the performance of the white-scaled fish in the face of the high-level black iron candle flame spider was too easy. The leader of the top-level black iron candle flame spider may not be able to bring any pressure to the white-scale fish. However, no one knows the result of something that has not been tried. Therefore, Bai Zian will go deep into the candle volcano, trying to find a suitable opponent. Salsa. At this moment, there was a sound in the grass next to him. At this moment, Bai Zian was ready for battle and could summon the white-scaled fish at any time. However, it was not a candlelight spider who walked out of the grass, but a female student in an old school uniform. Qiaogubai, why is she here? Bai Zian murmured in his heart, seeming a little surprised, because the person who appeared in front of him was the high school girl with special S-rank talent that he had been eyeing before. You're the boy on the 1,000-blade centipede train. I remember your name seems to be Bai Zian. Why are you here? After seeing Bai Zian, Qiaogubai was a little surprised, not knowing how Bai Zian was in the candle volcano. After all, this is the candle volcano, the site of the candle spider. It seems that Bai Zian came in with the elders. However, Bai Zian at this time seemed to be alone and did not act with others. Could it be that, like her, Bai Zian was also separated from his teachers and classmates? Qiaogubai had some conjectures in his heart. For a time, Qiaogubai hesitated. It stands to reason that since she met Bai Zian who was alone, she should help Bai Zian. After all, Bai Zian doesn't look very old, and it is very likely that he has not yet contracted a beast to become a beast master. However, the situation in front of her is not very good. Because she is relatively withdrawn, she always walks at the back of the line. In addition, because of an unexpected riot, she and her teachers and classmates were separated. This is very bad. After all, this is the depths of the candle volcano, and there are dangers everywhere. She can't protect herself. If you bring a tow oil bottle, it will be even more troublesome. To put it bluntly, the best thing she can do now is to just turn around and leave alone. However, she couldn't bear to let Bai Zian stay in this dangerous candle volcano. Therefore, Qiaogubai fell into hesitation. Qiaogubai was hesitant, but Bai Zian looked at Qiaogubai with great interest. After all, Bai Zian had a lot of interest in Qiaogubai as early as on the centipede train. He even used the power of the Bai family to transfer her information. Well, he might be able to use this opportunity to test her a little. Sister Qiao, I came in with my uncle, hoping to find a suitable pet. In the end, I didn't expect that my uncle and I got separated. Sister Qiao, can I go with you? Bai Zian showed a look of fear and asked Qiaogubai for help. Well, it's too dangerous here, you follow me. Don't worry, I will take you out of the candle volcano. Qiaogubai's eyes locked tightly, thinking for a while before making a decision. Although she is still in a state of insecurity, however, since she met Bai Zian, she would not just watch Bai Zian die here. This is what Qiaogubai thought. The temperament is okay, but it needs more observation. Bai Zian showed a thankful appearance, but silently rated Qiaogubai in his heart. But in this way, he is not in a hurry to find the leader of the candle flame spider, and is ready to follow Qiaogubai and observe for some time. for this reason, Bai Zian followed Qiaogubai for the rest of the time. Asterisk. 028 Qiaogubai passed the test and showed his strength Bai Zian. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the depths of the candle volcano, two figures, a man and a woman, are slowly moving. These are Bai Zian and Qiaogubai. At this time, Bai Zian had been with Qiaogubai for 2 days. During the whole process, Bai Zian didn't make a move, and Qiaogubai was always fighting and protecting Bai Zian. In this regard, Bai Zian is very satisfied with Qiaogubai. However, Bai Zian still did not completely trust Qiaogubai. Because the usual actions are bound by the moral bottom line, and ordinary people will not easily cross the line. However, when facing the crisis of life and death, it is the time to truly verify the character. Therefore, Bai Zian also intends to continue to test Qiaogubai. Sizzle. Just as Bai Zian was thinking about this, a roar came. At the same time, a calf-sized candlelight spider appeared in front of Bai Zian and Qiaogubai. A low-level black iron candle flame spider. This is a good test. The moment he saw this candle flame spider, Bai Zian had already determined the level of this candle flame spider. In this regard, Bai Zian's eyes lit up, because Qiaogubai's pet beast is only a 7th-order stone trypanosome. This is still after the experience of the candle volcano, before breaking through to the 7th-order realm. The black iron-level candle flame spider is definitely a very dangerous existence for Qiaogubai. However, this is Bai Zian's chance to test Qiaogubai. Not good. This is a black iron-level candle flame spider. Now, we're going to be in trouble. Qiaogubai's face changed greatly. She finally recognized the candlelight spider's rank. A candlelight spider of this level is not something she can deal with at all, even a little careless. She has the possibility of dying here. To be honest, if she was alone, she would definitely be able to escape from here easily, because her luck is very good. Every time she encounters danger, she always turns the corner. But now, there is now one more Bai Zian. With that, things get tricky. If she continued to take Bai Zian, she might not be able to escape. For a time, Qiaogubai fell into hesitation. In fact, this is exactly the test Bai Zian gave Qiaogubai. For Qiaogubai, Bai Zian does have the idea of recruiting. However, Bai Zian's solicitation is also graded, from talent and aptitude to temperament and style. Various factors are added together to form several grades. If it is rated as the highest level, it will be cultivated as a confidant retainer. If it is the lowest level, it is at most guards and the like. This is what the Bai family has always done. Otherwise, where did the retainers of Baiji Baishao come from? It can only be said that various aristocratic families and great sects have their own ways of recruiting talents. And now, it is the critical time for Bai Zian to test Qiaogubai. How Bai Zian evaluates Qiaogubai depends on Qiaogubai's performance. Of course, if Qiaogubai abandoned Bai Zian directly, Bai Zian would not say much. After all, this is human nature. That is, Bai Zian's rating for Qiaogubai may be lower, and he will not give her too much favor. Stone trypanosomes, use stone spikes. Qiaogubai suddenly summoned his pet beast and let it attack the black iron candle flame spider. At the same time, Qiaogubai turned his head and said to Bai Zian, who was behind him, "Zian, run back quickly, I'll hold it for a while." Qiaogubai has made a decision. Although she really wanted to escape, she just escaped from here. However, she couldn't bear it when she thought of the tragic situation after Bai Zian was abandoned by her. In the end, she chose to stand up. In response, a smile slowly appeared on Bai Zian's face. In the face of danger, he did not escape alone. Personality pass. Bai Zian is very happy about this, because Qiaogubai passed Bai Zian's test. "Zian, you still haven't run away." Seeing Bai Zian motionless, he seemed frightened. Qiaogubai turned back quickly and shouted to Bai Zian, "The current situation is already so dangerous, Bai Zian is still wasting time. It doesn't matter, a rudimentary black iron candle spider is not qualified to be presumptuous in front of me." Bai Zian smiled lightly, changed his fearful appearance, and said to Qiaogubai calmly, "Now that Qiaogubai has passed his test, well, Bai Zian doesn't need to pretend anything. What's more, if he wants to recruit Qiaogubai, he also needs to show his skills." So next, Bai Zian is also ready to make a move. "Come out to work, white-scaled fish." Bai Zian opened his mouth and summoned the white-scaled fish directly, along with a white light. a purple gold-eyed white fish wrapped in a foam layer appeared in front of Bai Zian. The next moment, the white-scaled fish started directly, water gun impact. Boom! With a roar, the primary black iron candle flame spider was instantly shattered, one-shot kill. In front of the white-scaled fish, the low-level black iron candle flame spider couldn't support even a single move. Since then, the battle has come to an end. Until this time, the battle has not come to an end. Only then did Bai Zian put away the white scale fish and turned his head to look at Qiaogubai. At this time, Qiaogubai's face was shocked, and he couldn't come back to his senses for a long time. Obviously, what happened in front of her had a huge impact on her. Are you actually a beast master? After a while, Qiaogubai came back to his senses and looked at Bai Zian in shock. She did not expect that Bai Zian was actually a beast master. Moreover, Bai Zian's strength is actually so powerful, even the low-level black iron candle flame spider is not a match for Bai Zian. What's more, Bai Zian's pet beast can instantly kill the black iron candle flame spider with just one move. What kind of strength do you need to be able to do this? Qiaogubai couldn't figure it out. But then again, didn't Bai Zian say that he came to the candle volcano this time to find a suitable pet? How could this level of strength be a newcomer without a beast? I do plan to look for pets, but I didn't say that I don't have other pets. Bai Zian said with a chuckle. He is also about to step into the black iron level. At that time, he can contract the second beast. Therefore, if there are suitable spirit beast eggs or spirit beast cubs, Bai Zian doesn't mind accepting them. Therefore, his previous words did not seem to be wrong. Well, Bai Zian said so, what more can she say? However, in view of Bai Zian's strength, Qiaogubai is also very happy, not to mention the issue of hidden strength. Strength is still good after all. Their current position is in the depths of the candle volcano, and there are many dangers. Bai Zian has such strength, the possibility of them walking out of the candle volcano alive is much higher. How could Qiaogubai be unhappy about this? Asterisk. 029 Bronze Level Spirit Beast, the leader of the mutant candlelight spider. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It is learned that Bai Zian is a beast master, and his strength is not bad. This shocked Qiaogubai. However, she quickly adjusted her attitude and expressed to Bai Zian that she hoped to continue walking with him, because the candle volcano is too dangerous for her. Only in this way will she have a chance to get out of the candle volcano. In this regard, Bai Zian will naturally not refuse. After thinking about this, the two continued to set off. Different from before, Qiaogubai was leading the way, but this time Bai Zian led the way. Wait, Zian, this direction is deeper into the candle volcano. Are we going deeper into the candle volcano? After walking a distance, Qiaogubai suddenly discovered that they were heading towards the depths of Candlelight City. Yes, I'll take you to see and see. Bai Zian said with a chuckle. Before, in order to test Qiaogubai, I wasted 2 days, and even went out some distance. This is different from Bai Zian's thinking. After all, he also intends to find a candle flame spider leader to put some pressure on the white scale fish. Therefore, after completing the test of Qiaogubai, Bai Zian went to the depths of Candle Volcano again. Of course, this is only one reason. On the other hand, Bai Zian also intends to give Qiaogubai a clearer understanding of his strength. In this way, when Qiaogubai is subdued later, the effect will be better. But this time, Bai Zian found a special spider nest before he went too deep into Candle Volcano. It's a huge pothole. There are candlelight spiders around the pothole, which are constantly carrying food, and the number directly exceeds 30. In the center of the pothole, there is a boulder several meters in size. A special candle flame spider, lying on the boulder. The common candle fire spider has a gray-brown body. But this candle fire spider, the body surface is actually maroon. Moreover, on the back of this candle fire spider, there are 3 candle-shaped organs, which are 3 times that of ordinary candle fire spiders. Moreover, the candle-shaped organ is still burning with flames, which looks very strange. The most important point is that this candle flame spider is too big, at least 2 meters in size. Such a body size has far exceeded all the candlelight spiders that have been encountered before. Even the high-grade black iron candle spider that I met before may only be about half the size of this maroon candle spider. This is definitely not a top black iron candle flame spider. in other words, this special candle spider has far exceeded the size of the top black iron candle spider. It can be said that the situation in front of him looks very strange. Thinking of this, Bai Zian quickly used the Eye of Apocalypse to investigate the situation of this candle flame spider. Race: mutation, candlelight spider leader, fire, realm, primary bronze, talent, lava body, B, candlelight, F, qualification, advanced gold, skills, melting and cutting spider silk, blue, candle burning, green. It's actually the leader of the mutated candle flame spider, and he also has 2 talents. How is this possible? How could such a mutant spirit beast appear in a place like Zhushan? Bai Zian looked shocked and seemed very surprised. However, it is normal for Bai Zian to be surprised. Earlier, Bai Zian once said that although mutation may appear, it is very rare. What's more, the candle flame spider is just a low-level spirit beast. Under normal circumstances, the more low-level things are, the harder it is to mutate. You must know that before Bai Zian's talent mutated, it was an A-level talent, intuition, which was originally one of the high-level talents, so he got the chance to mutate. However, Bai Zian never imagined that a low-level spirit beast like the candle flame spider would mutate. Moreover, this mutated candlelight spider leader actually possesses 2 talents, although in Bai Zian's view, these 2 talents are not very special, but they are also dual talents. How rare is a double-talented spirit beast? Of course, needless to say, Bai Zian didn't expect that in addition to his white-scaled fish, there were actually double-talented spirit beasts. For this reason, Bai Zian was so shocked. There seems to be something strange behind this. Zian, this place is terrible, let's get out of here. Qiaogubai looked flustered and whispered in Bai Zian's ear, they found this spider nest by accident, and it has not been discovered by the candlelight spiders. If you retreat quietly now, there is still a chance to leave. Go away. There's no need for that. Or rather, that's what I want. Bai Zian smiled lightly and slowly said a word. Rarely encountered such a special spirit beast. Bai Zian has no reason to retreat. You must know that mutant spirit beasts are rarely seen in the first place. In addition, the strength of mutant spirit beasts is generally very powerful. Under normal circumstances, if there are mutant spirit beasts appearing, most of them are big monsters who are on the wrong side, and there is no possibility of winning them. However, the leader of the mutant candle flame spider in front of him was only a bronze rank. Spirit beasts of this level are not considered powerful for the Bai family. To put it bluntly, even if Bai Zian didn't take action, he would order Bai Ji or Bai Xiao to take action and take down the mutated candlelight spider leader. That's what Bai Zian thinks. Of course, Bai Zian doesn't plan to let Bai Ji Bai Xiao take action for the time being, because this mutated candle flame spider leader is actually a primary bronze. The growth potential and strength of mutant spirit beasts have exceeded the upper limit of the original race. This is a normal thing, but this is really good news for Bai Zian. Before, Bai Zian was still worried. I felt that the leader of the candle flame spider of the top black iron could not bring too much pressure to the white scale fish, but now, the leader of the candle flame spider has actually mutated, and even gained the strength of the primary bronze. For white scale fish, this is the best opponent. As for how much confidence Bai Zian has, to be honest, he has never fought a bronze spirit beast before, so how can he be sure? However, Bai Zian is not worried about safety. Even if the white-scaled fish were defeated, the mutant candle flame spider leader couldn't hurt them. You know, Bai Ji and Bai Xiao, the 2 golden beastmasters, are secretly protecting Bai Zian. They are not for display. If Bai Zian is in danger, they will naturally take action. In this way, what else does Bai Zian need to worry about? Just shoot. Thinking of this, Bai Zian has already made up his mind. Asterisk 030. The best training target, challenge the mutant spider nest. For collection. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Come out, white-scale fish. Bai Zian, who had already made up his mind, summoned the white-scaled fish directly. Of course, Bai Zian deliberately reduced his movement and quietly summoned the white-scaled fish, so as not to be discovered by the spider swarm. He was preparing for a sneak attack. In this regard, Qiaogubai next to him was about to cry. She didn't expect that Bai Zian would be eager to face the mutant spirit beasts at the bronze level. Zian, don't mess around, this is really not something we can deal with. Qiaogubai begged in a low voice, hoping that Bai Zian would not mess around. With a special talent for luck, she kept warning in her heart, all, Qiaogubai is very clear, this is not an existence they can deal with, if it is done rashly, it will only lead to a terrible crisis. However, what Bai Zian has already decided, how can it be changed? It's okay, you just step back a little, find a safe place, and watch from a distance. Bai Zian smiled lightly and said in a low voice, to be honest, Qiaogubai's continued stay by his side will only drag Bai Zian back. In addition, Bai Zian just wanted to show his strength in front of Qiaogubai so that he could conquer Qiaogubai in the future. Therefore, Bai Zian did not insist, and Qiaogubai continued to stay by his side. Instead, let Qiaogubai step back a little distance and watch from a distance. In this regard, Qiaogubai hesitated for a while, but stepped back for a while. Because the leader of the mutant candle flame spider was so dangerous that she didn't even have the courage to pass the exam. Next, it's our turn to play. White-scaled fish, you first use the water gun impact to reduce the number of those ordinary candlelight spiders. Wait until the leader of the mutant candle flame spider ends, and then use the water burst skill. Bai Zian lowered his voice and spoke to the white-scaled fish beside him, explaining his tactics. This spider nest is a bit special. In addition to a powerful mutant candle flame spider leader, there are more than 30 candle flame spiders. Although these candlelight spiders are not particularly powerful, however, when the number is large enough, it will also cause a lot of trouble. Therefore, Bai Zian asked the white-scaled fish to first use the low-cost green skill water gun impact to destroy those ordinary candle flame spiders. After all the ordinary candlelight spiders are cleaned up, use the blue skill water flow break to attack the mutated candlelight spider leader. This is Bai Zian's strategy. Although it is not a complicated tactic, it is enough for a low-level spirit beast like the candle spider. Lingling. Boss, I know that the white-scaled fish is extremely talented, and its intelligence far exceeds that of ordinary spirit beasts. After a little while, Bai Zian completely understood what Bai Zian meant. After all the preparations were completed, the white-scaled fish controlled the foam layer and flew directly into the sky, flying directly into the nest. As for Bai Zian, he was still watching from outside the nest, without the slightest idea of getting close. This is inevitable. He was a beastmaster and ran directly into the spider nest. Isn't this courting death? No fool would do such a thing. As a beastmaster, it is enough for him to stand in the distance and command the beasts to fight. Hiss. Enemy attack. At the same time, be careful of the candle flame spiders in the spider nest. They have already discovered the existence of the white-scaled fish, and they are all roaring. On the boulder in the center of the pothole, the leader of the mutant candle flame spider turned his eyes slightly and looked at the white-scaled fish floating in the air, not into the 8th rank. With this little strength, he dares to break into its territory. Such a weak spirit beast, it doesn't even need to take action. Its little brother's shot, enough to swallow this little fish alive. Therefore, the leader of the mutated candle flame spider did not move, and paid no attention to the white-scaled fish that came in. As for the white-scaled fish ignored the commotion in the spider nest, and directly fired the water gun that had already been prepared. Boom. The arm-sized column of water directly hits the densest spot of candle spiders. In an instant, the 4 candlelight spiders gathered together were instantly smashed into pieces. Roar. The leader of the mutant candle flame spider on the boulder was a little surprised after seeing this scene. It did not expect that a little white fish that has not even reached the black iron level actually possesses such strength. With one move, it directly kills its 4 subordinates. Such strength. I am afraid that it has surpassed many black iron level spirit beasts. In this regard, the leader of the mutant candle flame spider was a little shocked, but after the shock was over, endless anger swept over. A small fish dared to kill 4 of its subordinates in front of it. This kind of thing makes him very angry. Sizzle. The mutant candle flame spider leader let out a hoarse roar. For a time, all the candle flame spiders were no longer panicked, but made all-out shots and attacked the white-scaled fish. In response, the white-scaled fish manipulated the foam layer, floating in mid-air, dodging constantly. Although the attacks of the candlelight spiders were very dense, it was difficult for them to touch the white-scaled fish at all. This is inevitable. Among the 3 talents of white-scaled fish, there is an S-level talent called Dragon Speed. Just look at the name, it is a talent related to speed, which can greatly enhance the speed of the white-scaled fish. In addition, the control of the foam layer by the white-scaled fish has reached the realm of achievement, and it can be controlled in detail. For a number of reasons, it is not too easy for the white-scaled fish to avoid these attacks. What's more, the white-scaled fish continue to attack while dodging, using the water gun impact skills to kill the candle flame spiders one after another. In a short period of time, the number of ordinary candle flame spiders was only 10. There are more than 20 ordinary candle flame spiders, which have been killed by the white-scaled fish. Sizzle. At this time, the leader of the mutant candle flame spider also found that something was wrong. The more fighting under its command, the greater the number of losses. In a short period of time, the loss has exceeded 2/3. If the white-scaled fish continues to kill, it will become a bear commander. How could the leader of the mutant candle flame spider allow such a thing? Therefore, the leader of the mutant candle fire spider couldn't sit still and attack the white-scaled fish directly. Boom! Bunch of fiery red candles shot directly from behind the mutant candle flame spider leader, hitting the white-scaled fish in mid-air. Candles burn. This is the green skill of the leader of the mutant candle flame spider, and its power is not bad. However, such an attack has no effect at all for the white-scale fish. Asterisk.